Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about intercepts in algebra. And basically, intercepts are of two types here, which are X-intercept and Y-intercept. Now, it actually basically goes by the axis. So we have two axes that we are looking at when we talk about a linear equation. So we have X-intercept and Y-intercept. Now, the basic common definition of X-intercept is going to be the point where the graph crosses the x-axis. So let us write that down. Point where the graph crosses the x-axis. So how does it look graphically? Graphically, basically it looks like this. So let us say we have a linear equation or a straight line, and this is the x-axis. So this point here is going to be where the graph is crossing the x-axis, and at this point, y is always 0. So let us say it's crossing at 3, 0. So the x-intercept here is 3 and 0. We usually say both the points x and y together when we talk about the x-intercept. We will not say 3, we will say 3 and 0. All right, let us take a look at y-intercept. By now you must have an idea. Instead of x-axis, we will now be looking at y-axis. So the definition is the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. And let us take a look at what it basically means graphically. And let us say we have a negative function this time. And the point where it's meeting the y-axis is 7. Now this time the x value is 0. So you can see that the x value is 0 here and the y value is 7. So the point for y-intercept is 0, 7. All right, there's something really important to remember here is that for x-intercept, the value of y was 0. So for x-intercept, y is 0, and for the y-intercept, x is 0. That's something very important to remember because you could get questions where you have to calculate the intercept of the function. All right, let us have this fly away. And on this page now, we will take a look at questions where we will calculate the x and y intercept. So let us say we have a question. 2x plus 4y equals 24. Now here they are giving you the equation in the standard form. It is not given as y equals mx plus b form, which is the slope and slope intercept form. So this is the standard form of an equation where x and y are together and your constant is on the right hand side. Now using the standard form here, in order to find the intercepts, we'll calculate both intercepts for this. X-intercept and Y-intercept. Now from the last slide, I hope you remember that for X-intercept, the Y was 0. So what we basically do over here is that in place of the Y term, the whole Y term, in place of this Y term, we will put a 0. So our equation now changes to 2x, and this is gone. So we can say she gone. 2x equals 24. For x-intercept, y goes away. For y-intercept, the term with x goes away. Now, x is grumpy, as we always talk about. And we will divide by 2 on both the sides. The value of x is 12. Now, what does it basically mean on a graph? On a graph, it means that the x-intercept, or the point where the graph is crossing the x-axis, is 12 and 0. Next up, for y-intercept. Remember, for y-intercept, we will put x, the term x equals to 0. So our question was 2x plus 4y equals 24. The whole x term, I will put a 0. So she will be gone here. All right, so we will end up with 4y equals 24. You divide by 4 and y equals 6. What does it mean graphically or as an intercept answer? Your x is 0 this time and your y is 6. Now, intercepts are very helpful in helping you graph the function also. So what you basically do is you have both of your intercepts and you can plot them on the graph. So my x-intercept is 12 and 0, and 12, 0, let us say, is here. And my y-intercept is 0, 6. The y-intercept, let us say, is here. Not drawing to scale. And I can join these two, which gives me the equation of the line. I can calculate slope from here. I get an idea about the graph. The slope is negative. So there are a lot of things that I can use the intercepts on the graph, and they're very helpful in figuring out more information about the function. All right, now I'm going to clear this off. And on the next slide, let us do another example because I'll give you questions to practice after I do some questions for you. All right, let us say our question is negative 5x minus 10y equals 20. All right, by now I hope you understand that there are two intercepts, x-intercept and y-intercept. Now another reminder that for x-intercept, our term with y will go away. And then for y-intercept, our term with x will go away. All right, so here we will have negative 5x. Remember, the term with y will go away. So I'll just write the question for you once again. And now I will have the whole term with y. I'm just going to forget about it for now. Now remember, x is grumpy. So I divide by negative 5 on both the sides. And x equals negative 4. But you have to write down the complete answer. That is, the x-intercept is negative 4 and 0. All right, let us now calculate the y-intercept. For the y-intercept, remember, the term with x will go away or we'll just completely forget about it. All right, so she gone. Negative 10y equals 20. And here we'll divide by negative 10 on both the sides. And we'll have y equals negative 2, which basically means that my y-intercept is x is 0, negative 2. Again, it'll give us a good idea to graph the given function. So let us try graphing it using the intercepts. X-intercept is negative 4 and 0. So negative 4 and 0, let us say, is here. That's the x-intercept. And our y-intercept is 0, negative 2, which is over here, let us say, 0 of x, negative 2 of y. Now, when we join these 2 points, we will end up having our graph for the given function, and we can always calculate the slope and other features of the graph from here. So I hope it made some sense to you as to how to calculate x and y intercepts. It's an easy concept. You just have to remember what will become 0 when. On the next slide, I will give you 2 questions to practice. You have to calculate the x and y intercept, and you also have to graph the given function. All right, so this is independent practice for you. And our first question, let us say, is and the second question is All right, your task here will be you'll find out the x-intercept, you'll find out the y-intercept, and you'll also graph the function. Same thing here, x-intercept, y-intercept, and graph the function. Feel free to pause and go back in the video wherever you did not understand so you can actually apply that information in solving these two questions. And thank you for excellent discipline in the classroom. I will see you in my next video. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. Bye.